Hi there, my name is Philo Beckett, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And I have been watching Rose. I'm really excited. I'm really happy I watched Rose. I haven't seen it for years, and I absolutely loved it. I recommend you all go and check it out right now. As I said, it's been years since I watched it. Yeah, okay, so one caveat before we get into the review. It's impossible for me anyway, to review this episode without comparing it to the current era, because the differences are just so incredibly noticeable. It's like there's more than an elephant in the room. It's like a herd of elephants in the room. You can't ignore it. So my main impression of Rose was just how happy it is, how joyful it is, like how excited it is to be alive, and how much it loves people. Which I just think the happiness of it is something that's completely missing from the current era. The current era is dour, is depressing, it's a lecture, it's a nag, it's not somebody you want to hang out with. This was uplifting. This was something, when I finished watching this episode, I really had to stop myself going straight into the next episode, the end of the world. Because I was reviewing it last night on the TARDIS Zone, so I didn't want to get it all mashed up together. But it was, absolutely fantastic. And again, I just wish, the current era had any of that joy that this had, because there's none. There's none in it now. But before we get into the review, if you like your independent voices here on YouTube, or if you just happen to like me, or even if you dislike me, if you want to throw a rabbi a bone, then hit that subscribe button. If you can hit the subscribe button, that is fantastic. I am genuinely extremely I really am grateful, and I would like to show you my appreciation. We give away stuff here every week on the channel. Normally I give away Doctor Who stuff. This week we're doing something different. They really got really excited when I came in. So this week we're giving away Breaking Bad Season 2, the complete Season 2 on Blu-ray. Absolutely fantastic season of TV. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is the important part from my perspective. Subscribe to the channel and leave the hashtag I am the one who knocks. Go and look at the video notes. That will give you all the info. I am the one who knocks, so you don't have to try and translate my mush mouth. What I'm trying to say. Leave it in the comments, and or you can leave it on Facebook or Twitter, whatever. If you want to hit the like button, the share button as well. Mwah! Thank you very much. I'm really grateful. Oh, and also in the video notes is a download link for a Doctor Who audio venture starring Nicholas Briggs as a Doctor, made in the mid-80s by a fan group called Audio Visuals, that later grew up to become Big Finish. It's really fun. It's a Silurian story, kind of very Lovecraftian. It's called Endurance. So I hope you enjoy. But how much you enjoy, I don't think you could possibly enjoy it as much as I enjoy watching Rose. Because this has been a tough few months in fandom. Doesn't matter where you are. If you love the current series, I don't think you like people hating it. And if you like me, who hated it and hated what they did in the Timeless Children, it's just been tough. So it's so nice to reconnect with why you one of the reasons why you fell in love with the show, the joy you had of watching Doctor Who, which again I just haven't had for so long. So I am a big believer that any organization, be it from a small office to a multinational conglomerate, organization, takes on the personality of the person in charge, and that's really what's brimming through every pore of this episode. I think from the entire Russell T Davies era, it's just this Russell T Davies' personal love of life and of people, and just sheer joy that not only Doctor Who's back, but he's able to be the one bringing it back. Just like all this happiness. It's absolutely incredible. And something else that's incredible, which is, the current era so desperately wants to be and just fails miserably at it, is it's an incredibly diverse show. And I forgot how diverse it is. You know why I forgot how diverse it is? Because you don't notice the diversity, because that's what diversity is supposed to be like. You shouldn't be noticing people's skin color. At no point did I go, oh look, there's a dark-skinned young man dating a light-skinned girl. No, they're all just people. Mickey's a person. Rose is a I mean, obviously they're not real people, but Russell T Davies is able to make them into people. Yeah, Mickey is a guy who you would like to hang out down the pub with, watching a game of football. Even though I don't like football, I like Mickey, and I think it'll be fun to have a drink with. You know, it's Billy Piper really owns the episode. There's so much so. Rose is such a wonderful character, and it's so clear why when Rusty Davis revived the series, it was as popular amongst women as it was amongst men. Yeah, now it's as hated amongst women as amongst men, but there was as popular amongst. Why? Because Rose was integral to the show. Rose was clever and she was brave and she was proactive and she was smart. Yeah, and she was just again a relatable character. And she was very ordinary as well. She was a relatable character who you would like to spend time with. Yeah, Russell T Davies is just such a master of his craft. I think he's probably one of the top writers in British television because he can sketch out the tiniest details of a character, and those tiniest details come out through organic dialogue, which immediately lets you know everything you need to know about them. I would say I know more about Rose, Mickey, and Jackie within 20 minutes than I know about Yaz after 2 years. What Russell T Davies does is he just makes you what he does is really clever. It makes you fall in love with the characters. Is he kind of sets them up, but then he shows you them being a little bit naughty, being a little bit cheeky. You have this stuff with Jackie flirting with the doctor. Jackie trying to monetize Rose's non-existent trauma from the from the department store she's working and being blown up in the opening few minutes. And she talks like, oh look at her skin, it's like a Bible. It is. I look like her. I look like her daughter. Mickey as well. Mickey again. You see him be a bit naughty. He comes over to he's pretending to look after her. He says, "Oh no, we got to take you to the pub. You need something stronger." When really he just wants to go and watch a game at the football at the pub. But he knows he's responsible because his girlfriend's place of employment just blew up, so he has to show up. But I don't think and because you see their little foibles, them being naughty, it just makes you fall in love with them more, because here's the thing: when you like someone, when you like somebody not based on them being a perfect person, because no one's a perfect person, and you find their their bad, their bad elements, their negative, kind of endearing as well. So I don't think Chris Chibnall has the capacity to do the same thing, because I don't think he can write somebody who is female or darker skinned or LGBTQ or I don't think he can write any of those people in any way that can be seen in any way negatively. He can't. Yeah, you know what it is. He kind of treats people like anybody on the progressive stack, anybody that the Twitterati say have had been horribly oppressed. He treats them like, if you ever seen the movie 7 Years a Slave, at the end where the guy's been a slave for 7 years and it's been pretty darn grim, and he finally makes it back to his wife and to civilization. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. But he kind of treats like anybody who is dark skinned, who is gay, who is whatever, as if they've been through a horrible trauma at the hands of his own personal society. And that's why I don't think he can write. That's why I just don't think he can write believable characters, because he's so worried about offending anybody. Where Russell T Davies clearly isn't worried about offending anybody. Why would it be offensive for people to be human? But it's those feelings that make characters real. Now I think about it. I think season 11 and 12 was the first time in 30. I was go back to Mel. Go back to 33 years. And Mel they fleshed out in Big Finish. That we didn't have a believable 3-dimensional female character. We didn't have any believable female characters in season 11 and 12. Yaz? Really? Yaz is as interesting as an ironing board. I know nothing about her. Don't care about her in any way. And the Doctor, for all the ballyhoo being casting a woman to play her, she isn't played as a woman at all. They play her as this androgynous, transgendered character, and a dull, cowardly, narcissistic one at that. But again, every pore of this episode screams with joy to be alive. Rose, everybody screams with joy to be alive, and the sheer unrestrained joy of having Doctor Who back again. Oh, again, as a Doctor Who fan, I was elated. I could feel Russell T Davies' elation at it, and I also could feel like the honor and the that he felt as being the custodian of Doctor Who to bring it through into a new age, and that's really what this revival of Doctor Who does. It brings it through. It brings it into a new age. It shows you, and it shows you how deeply Russell T Davies really understands what Doctor Who is and what makes it work. But at the same time, it's completely fresh and contemporary. It's very clear that this is the production team viewed this as a new show and not a continuation of the old one. And I remember at the time they were kind of feeling out how much to go in a new direction and how much to go to touch the past. And they kind of got that balance right by the second season. I think bring the Dalek in, but right now it's an entirely new show. And as pilots go for a new show, this is freaking brilliant. It's a masterclass in how to introduce incredible concepts really quickly, very wisely. We don't have any regeneration scene or anything directly tying this episode to the past. There's no hints at past incarnations that really would have kind of fitted in quite kind of seamlessly with the scenes with Clive when they're looking through like the Doctor as he's been through time. Terrible bit of Photoshop when they put Doctor in the crowd at JFK's assassination by. But yeah, okay, that much I can live with. Rose is the viewer's access point to the world of the Doctor, and as such, she sucks us into that world with her. So obviously, I was really psyched when this came out, when this first came out, because a Doctor who'd been off the air for a long time. We had the McGann movie that came and went, and it was very sad. And I seen that trailer, that awesome trailer. Do you want to come with me? That trailer, oh, fantastic! And I was really excited, and it's the first time we've ever seen like really good special effects, like contemporary special effects on British TV. Like there had been nothing like this before. And I know the special effects do come in for a bit of a slacking off. But for me, I think they work fine. I mean, that is 15 years ago. It does look a bit dated, but I have no problem watching it. It's like, for me, I enjoy watching Curse of Fenric. That looks like a product of its time. This also looks like a product of its time. So yeah. But it was so incredible to have like a contemporary science fiction, fantasy, adventure, but it was British. We'd never seen anything like British before, and it wears its Britishness like so much on its sleeve. We got this love of London, the red buses and the London landmark, and again, it just loves being English. It loves being alive, which is again the ongoing feeling that just comes through every second of the show. Yeah, but of course that was back in 2005, where it was a much more innocent time, and it wasn't taboo to love one's country without somehow being called a racist because you happen to like being English. So when it came on, I was nervous about Eccleston's casting. I wasn't sure. That's the only thing I was kind of unsure about. He didn't look right to me. The costume didn't look right to me. So all that stuff I was kind of worried about. But by the end of the episode, had completely won me over, as he did the entire viewing public apparently. And I think it was 8 days later, I was heartbroken. I was really heartbroken when he announced his leave. So in the space of 2 episodes of one day, I went from being, I don't know if this is going to work, this doesn't look so great to me, to being heartbroken his leave. And if only they could have kept that regeneration secret, and it would have been a surprise reader. That would have been epic. That would have been landmark TV. That would have stayed with them, stayed with the British public forever. The absolute core of the show, though, is this deep and really instant connection and friendship. Very, very genuine friendship between Rose and the Doctor. They both have exactly what the other one needs. Eccleston's Doctor is just so deeply wounded, and the Eccleston performance is so good because it's just these really subtle little ticks that see him, and like that he's so like terrified to open himself up and connect with somebody. He's terrified of being hurt again. Obviously later we find he's suffering post-traumatic stress disorder. from the Time War. So you get the feeling that the sheer joy he has with this quick little adventure, which he wasn't planning on having with Rose, was the first time in a hell of a long time that he smiled. Like he smiled, and smile's been real. And so when he asked Rose to join him at the end of the episode, and she turns him down initially, you can see him being heartbroken. You can absolutely see it, and you feel it with him. And I don't think the character of the Doctor has had that kind of emotional resonance in the classic era often at all. I mean, I can't maybe when the third Doctor says goodbye to Jo at the end of the Green Death. You have that kind, but it's very rare. And now this was part of the DNA of the show, and that emotional truth is really something that Russell T Davies, that authenticity is something that Russell T Davies brought to this era of Doctor Who. I think brought to Doctor Who in general, because at its heart, it's about two really dear friends that complete each other, that love each other, and have an incredible and joyful time having adventures together throughout time and space. Which is, I think that's just like, it's so streamlined the DNA of what makes Doctor Who great. What makes Doctor Who great is the Doctor and Ace. It's the Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith having adventures in time. Like two people who just like each other and like each other's company and just want to go and have an incredible amount of fun. An incredible amount of fun is what this era is what this show is, and I really wish is what this show would be again. I really wish that Chris Chibnall would have the humility to go back and watch this episode, because it's got the template of every freaking thing that he's lacking. It's got everything is lacking. It's right there. It's like Russell T Davies has laid a roadmap, made a laundry list of how to get to perfect, literally perfect Doctor Who. And he's like, nah, forget it. I can't be bothered. So I would say go and check it out for you. Just go and check it out for yourself. It is a sheer joy. If I haven't given that over properly, I have done it, but it is an absolute sheer joy. I really hope you go and watch it. I really hope you enjoy it as much as I did. My name is Phelan Beck, and if you can hit that subscribe button, thank you so much. I very, very much appreciate it. If you want to hit the like button, subscribe, and the share button as well, I thank you very much for that as well. Go ahead, go and watch the show, and have yourself a fantastic day.